From the streets to the studio, from crisis to recovery, from awareness to action. Ask the Messengers. We bring you real talk about public health, addiction and recovery, and the issues that matter most in our communities. The message is hope. The message is change. Ask the Messengers begins now. Today on Ask the Messengers, you will hear from a few participants of the J.I.L.L program, Justice Impacted Living and Learning. This program is a 6-week reentry initiative by the RAKS Foundation that provides justice-impacted individuals with therapy, counseling, financial literacy, and other skills to help them rebuild their lives.
Hi, everybody. I'm standing next to like a quiet giant. I feel it on the inside. Tell our viewers your name.
My name is Anthony Dunnigan.
And we're obviously here at RAKS, Random Acts of Kindness. How long were you incarcerated?
I was incarcerated for 39 years and 3 months.
39 years and 3. And what was your charge?
My charge was homicide in the 2nd degree.
Wow. Now, how has this program, there's a lot of programs out here, you know, for returning citizens. How has this program helped you?
Just having a support system that's able to reach out to guys who have been incarcerated has helped. I mean, everybody's transition is different, and some people may have supportive families, some people don't. And so to be able to have an organization that's willing to reach out and reach back for those that have been left behind, so to speak, is a great help for everybody.
You said 39 years and 3 months.
Yeah.
You got out. How does society change for you? Like, how was it when you first got out? I mean, was it like?
It was a shock. When I went into the system, I was 15 years old. And so when I came out, I was 55 years old. And so I hadn't really even had a chance to really experience life. So yeah. I can't say that there was a big difference because I didn't know anything. Yeah. And the only life that I did know was the life in the system. And so, I mean, I can't really like just put a fingerprint on it and say how it was, because when I left, I was still in my parents' house. Right. But I was young and wild and wanted to be in the streets. And I was in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I wasn't even here in Detroit when I went to the system. It was when I returned, I came here versus going back home, because to me, that would have been like going backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you were in there, you got out. How did your faith play a role, not just in there, but out here as well?
My faith played a major role. You have to have something that you can fall on and believe in other than yourself. And then once returning to society, you have to have you have to find a church home somewhere where you can stay grounded and understand that you didn't do this yourself. That it had to be a higher power, something greater than you that got you through it. If you maintained your sanity, you have to give all thanks to God.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, congratulations on just persevering, because there's a lot of people that don't. They can't.
Right.
They don't even have or find programs that they like relate to. I think they just jump from program to program, person to person, house to house. They're moving around. Has this program given you some sort of stability?
Well, like I said, everybody's transition. I came home and I had a great support system.
You did? Okay.
My family was there for me. I still had friends that I went to school with that had supported me while I was away and was still here for me when I returned. And so
even that's
right. And so this just enhanced what I already had going on. And so, and I think it's great. You know, it's needed for everybody, regardless of what I may have had. I still feel the need to come here and be a part of this body.
Hi, everybody. We are here with wait, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Tell our viewers your name.
Shannon Bowden.
Mr. Shannon, obviously, this is a tall man of stature. Okay, so random acts of kindness. How did you get here? How long were you incarcerated?
I was incarcerated for 5 years.
5 years. And what was your charge?
Possession with intent to deliver.
Okay. Now, when you got out, do you feel like, how did you find this program?
Well, I met Craig Wilby, that one of the founders of RAKS of Kindness. I met him through my cousin.
Okay.
My first cousin. He's the founder of Integrate 313.
Oh, wow. And he introduced you to this program.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, how has this program changed you? Do you think it's like an effective program?
It's a very effective program.
What about it? How has it impacted your life to this point?
Just knowing, learning self, get to know self all over again, and helping the community out with different programs and different fundraisers and things of that nature and stuff like that.
So you get to help the community. So you're giving back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And does that make you feel like sort of accomplished? Does it give you a little bit of something?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And what about while you were in there? I know a lot of people say they have to have strength. When you come out here, you have to have strength. How does your faith sort of play a role in your life right now?
Well, growing up in the church as a young kid, I always had faith that God would help me through my circumstances and things like that. But, I always had faith.
And does it help you while you're out, while you were inside and out?
Of course.
Because a lot of times I know people are like, they go away and it can be kind of like a shell shock. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it was just the fact that it was just through the grace of God, I only had 5 years.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of guys in there that's never coming home. So I knew, at once upon a time that I would be getting out. It was just a matter of time when.
So you had hope the whole time?
The whole entire time.
I'm not, when you got out, like, it's like no point of me asking you like how society changed, because did it really change from the 5 years when you went in, when you got out? Like, were there any huge differences to you?
Yeah, it was different.
Some people say, okay, I went in and they didn't have cell phones or, iPhones and they get out. So how has society changed? Did it change at all?
Yeah, it was very different. It changed. Things
was different.
Well, the difference was when I came home, they probably just started implementing cell phones, really.
Okay.
It wasn't, because we was used to beepers.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't no cell phones. But when I came home, it was just a good thing that I just had a good, strong backing, family backing.
So your support system was always with you when you got out?
The whole entire time.
Wow.
The whole entire time. So I came home, got a job at Chrysler.
What?
Yeah.
You're blessed.
Got a job at Chrysler. I'm retired from Chrysler now, but got 2 degrees when I came home, raised my children.
Wow.
So God is good.
God is good.
I had a good life.
Now that is a testimony. That's actually a testimony.
Yeah. Been home since 92, never been back.
The City of Detroit Department of Elections presents Party at the Polls, Saturday, October 25th, 2025, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. 2978 West Grand Boulevard, between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. Enjoy music, community fun, voter registration, and early voting on site. It's free to the public. Come celebrate and vote early.
Now, have you ever been incarcerated?
I have. I served 28 years for a crime I committed when I was 18 years old in 1988.
What was the crime?
I caught in the streets we say you caught a body. Actually, I shot somebody, and as a result, the individual passed. And as a result of the shooting, also a bullet ricocheted and hit somebody else in the arm. And they gave me 25 years for that, 25 to 50. For that, and also 2 for the gun.
Okay. That's a man.
I had a life bit, parolable life sentence.
But you got out.
I got out. God is good.
God is good.
So 28 years on parole life sentence. I was released in 2016. And,
But you found this program. How did you even find out about
because
RAKS?
RAKS, let me give you a little history on the program. Integrate 313 was, actually I served time with the founder of RAKS, who was Craig Wilby. And I came to Craig with the idea I want to start a nonprofit, Integrate 313. I actually came up with the vision while I was incarcerated, but I just didn't know how I was going to actually, I know I wanted to start a nonprofit, I know I wanted to give back, but I didn't know the focal point of the nonprofit
Like
until
the direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And until I went through some life struggles. But what it was, I brought it to Craig. Craig already had his operation going, Force, Friends of Returning Citizens, and RAKS, Random Acts of Kindness. And we collaborated. He opened up the doors to his spot for me to allow me to facilitate the meetings.
Really?
Exactly, on Canfield. We started on Canfield with a small group of men, probably about 4, 5. And today, as you just counted, somebody just said he counted over 65 people in the room today.
What?
And I think that's one of our biggest meetings today.
You know what I love? I love the fact that people don't feel like, it's not like crabs in the barrel. Like, you know, I want to succeed, so I'm not going to help you succeed. You guys are working together to make a difference in the community. And that to me speaks volumes. It talks about not just your spirit, but your heart. You know, what you're here to do, what you've been, literally purpose to do. And I know this world has changed. It's changed for me and I'm in it. How has it changed for you? When you went in, how was it versus when you came out? You know what I mean? Like, what was different in society?
Well, one of the biggest things was today is a social media world.
Okay, yeah.
You know, where people, they beef on social media. People get up, check their phone. You know, the phone rules the world today. But when I came up, it wasn't like that before I was incarcerated. So I think that's one of the biggest adjustments, technological wise, as far as the technology that's available to us today. And I think that was my biggest hurdle.
Like just technology in general?
Technology in general.
Because a lot of people are like, they went in, it was like typewriters. They come out and it's you using your phone to print and everything.
Airbooks, MacBooks, and things of that nature.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, going through that, being there for that amount of time, and you had those sentences, I don't even know, some people would just give up hope.
Right.
They're like, man, I'm just gonna make this work, this is my life. But you didn't do that. How did your faith play a role?
Well, my faith was what actually got me through my bit. You know, before I went in, I had a grandmother who was very strong in her faith and religion. And she imparted that in me and my cousins, my family. She took it upon herself to make sure all her grandchildren had a relationship with God.
Wow.
And as we grew up, we already had a relationship, so I was, spiritually inclined before I went in, but then I pursued different religions and studied different religions. I pursued Islam and studied Islam for a number of years, which is a very disciplined religion that, discipline is a very focal point of Islam. So I think that installed in me my discipline and my mother as well. I used to call home and my mother never gave up faith. She always would say, you coming home. You coming home. Even knowing that I had a life bit, you coming home. She stuck to that. And she stayed alive until I got here. She recently passed. She recently passed, but don't be sorry. I had 8 years with her. 8 years with her. She passed the dementia, so, it was, although we hate to see her go, she's in a better place.
Yeah.
But she never gave up hope. She always maintained. And then one of my strongest moments, one of my best moments was she told me before she passed, I'm proud of you and to keep doing what you're doing. So, that's stuck with me.
Oh my goodness. Man, I'm not gonna let you make me cry. Because that's amazing. I mean, moms in general, just to have that rock, to have these programs. I think a lot of people out here, they don't even have a mother, a father, somebody that's why they go to gangs. But it's something like this. This is a different kind of gang. You know what I'm saying? They give it like a bad connotation, the name gang. But sometimes, I feel like another word is family.
And that's what
you guys have built something here that not just men, women, but people. You know what I'm saying? It's something about community that's increasing. That's always going from glory to glory to glory. You know, I just want to tell you, keep it
Exactly.
up. Listen, 313, look, you put it on the map.
Integrate 313.
Integrated 313, integrated
313.
313.
The City of Detroit Department of Elections presents Party at the Polls, Saturday, October 25th, 2025, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. 2978 West Grand Boulevard, between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. Enjoy music, community fun, voter registration, and early voting on site. It's free to the public. Come celebrate and vote early.
Hi, everybody. Okay, tell our viewers your name.
Hey, my name is Leon Benson.
Okay, Leon, and we're obviously here. Random acts of kindness. You were incarcerated, right? So how long were you incarcerated?
So I was incarcerated for 25 years.
25 years.
And not only was I just incarcerated, I was wrongfully incarcerated in the state of Indiana. So I've been home now for 2 years.
Well, what was your charge?
They charged me with murder, a murder I didn't commit.
Wow. This program, how has it helped you?
This program is a tremendous program. You know, with me being gone for so long, for 25 years, you know, when you come home, you don't realize what you really need, right?
Until you get out, yeah.
Until you get out. So, you know, the fortunate thing that, you know, Random Acts of Kindness was around. I had a platform with a group of men and women with lived experience, you know, in the reentry community.
So it helped you kind of adapt to society in a...
Yes, it did, a whole lot.
Coming back, just getting back to your, I guess, back into society and just getting your roots in. How has your faith kind of played a role in all of that?
Faith is everything, you know. One thing I would tell anybody, you know, for me to survive, you know, an atrocity of injustice of giving a 60-year sentence for a crime I didn't commit.
I'm still taken aback. I'm not even, I mean, I know you were, but hearing that just makes my heart drop. You know what I mean?
It is, and I don't mean the trauma bond. It's just for sakes of
No, seriously. Like, so we're talking about faith here. Like, a lot of people, given that news, would just be like, "That's it for me." How does faith play a role in this?
So for me, one of my big faith walks, when I went to prison, I was mad at God. I said, God, why you do this to me? Why me? And then, you know, while I was on the inside, due to the politics of my case, the victim was white. It's a lot of racism in Indiana. And I was wrongfully sent to the hole. I'm like, how is this happening to me? I'm like, I don't believe in none of this stuff. So I went atheist for about 4 years. They kept me in solitary for a decade.
What?
For a decade. And what I'm saying, I started to study. I studied everything. You know, of course, the three monolithic religions of the world, but even beyond that and before that. And I was like, the spirit of God is real. And, you know, through my studies, it brought me to the path of being a living Israelite. And when I came to that path and I realized, you know, my situation, how I was taken away, the testimony of it, how I survived and thrived to come out with all this talent, knowledge, and energy, I'm going to tell you, I'm not a believer. I know God. I know God.
So it's not a religion, it's a relationship.
It's a relationship. It's a relationship and way of life. It's a spirituality. And you will see that spirit everywhere, you know, and you will have discernment, right? And, you know, part of me coming back to this group is already had discernment because I feel like the higher power, Yahweh, was preparing me in there for a lot of things, but I still had to see things out here. And one thing that happens is your spiritual compass gets scrambled a little bit because you overstimulated. Imagine 25 years, I've been gone. You like, oh, man, that smell good. I remember mama did that. This is
Yeah.
and now you don't know.
Smells and everything.
Right. This
Wow.
this is overstimulation and it can throw your discernment off. But having a group like Random Acts of Kindness,
Yes.
coming through with the spiritual grounding. I would rather say spiritual than religious because this is a motley crew of people of different walks in faith that's going to the same source. And
wow.
being able to have that interaction, that spirit first, but with the lived experience,
Yes.
it allowed, my spirit to clear up. My discernment went all the way up. So I'm really apt to go into a room and I'm like, what is this? It's something. It's right. I'm right.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know exactly what it is, but it is right. Let me sit back on that, And this is mental. This is mental wellness.
Yes.
As well. When we look at spirituality, it's a big part of self-care. Fellowship, though. So the fellowship part is this: to be able to come into a room with people that you respect.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not saying I don't respect people in society, but it's a level of hardship and adversity that I've endured, that I've overcome. And sometimes it feels like, society minimized that for some of the stuff that's small. You be like, what's going on? You like, and but to come in a room where people know that takes you out the space of trying to over explain. You don't have to do that.
It's a bond.
It's a bond, it's there. And then you hear their stories and you can live through them as well. So if I have a brother or a sister that came through reentry and they was like, this is my experience while I went through this and that in a relationship or I was getting jobs, you shouldn't do that. I've received that advice from a collective mind, and it's very beneficial because it has allowed me to be in a position to really thrive.
So you're telling me that Random Acts of Kindness spreads a light.
Definitely.
Listen, let's say it together. Are you ready for this? We're going to say Random Acts of Kindness spreads that light.
Okay.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. Random Acts of Kindness spreads that light.
Would you like to help us save lives? You can do so by partnering with us here at Ask the Messengers by making a donation of any amount. The people in your communities need your support. Help us extend our reach and impact more lives. Supporting our organization is as easy as a click of a button. Just visit our site shown on the screen from your phone or computer where you will see a yellow donation button. Ask the Messengers is waiting on your partnership and your community is waiting on you.
If you prefer mailing your donations, send your check or money order payable to Ask the Messengers TV show and send it to 18400 Schaefer Highway, Detroit, Michigan 48235. Well, that concludes this week's episode of Ask the Messengers, and we're asking you to take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you to our guests today, and we hope the information shared will be of some help to you, your family, and your community. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay strong, stay kind, and keep standing for what's right. See you next time, right here on Ask the Messengers.